Okay, here's a brief video that I'm going to demonstrate by using a dark. The scope is covered. I am going at, let me just put this here, 640 by 480 resolution, and we are capturing the dark live, 180 seconds, so you see the count. And this is just to demonstrate how these two filters here work. The hotspot with the amp glow mask, and that eliminates or reduces the amp glow in the upper left corner, and the warp sharp, which reduces or eliminates hot and mostly the warm pixels. I don't have many hot pixels on here. There might be a couple of them. One there, I know that for sure. I'm not too sure about these two, but I know that one is. I think it's class 0 chip. And I will be doing another brief video showing 720 at 480, and I'll decrease the exposure so we get a different feel back. I'll do 120 seconds, 2 minutes. So this one's a 3 minute. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the configuration window for the mask. The mask has been selected. Let me just go into browse just to make sure I have the right mask. Now we are at 640 by 480. I'm going to rename these 680 like I did here. So it is select cancel because we already have it. Check mark to invert. That way this area will go darker. If you want to remove vignetting, you make your own vignetting mask according to your own setup. I'll be doing that sometime down the road, and leave this unchecked. But for now, the amp glow, we will hit OK. Now I'm going to put a check mark right here in hotspot, and we'll see how much helps reduce the amp glow. My settings here, contrast is max at 63. That way we get a good idea of masking out the amp glow. We're not making it too dark. Brightness is at 120. So I'm going to hit the hotspot, and here we go. And that is pretty well gone now, the amp glow. And take it off and put it back on and off. Now you can see it also reduces right in this area the warm pixels and perhaps that one hot pixel. You see it? But it doesn't really affect the others too much. Now the other tool called the warp sharp, I'll bring up the configuration tab, and I slid it to 200. You don't want to go beyond 200 when you're using this on images. It will distort too much, and you don't want to put the blur pass up more than 1. This was Jim Thompson's maximum setting, so this can vary anywhere from 50 to 200, depending on what you're looking at. So we'll leave it here for just to demonstrate the warm and hot pixels. Now you can see there is quite a few. So I'm going to hit the warp sharp. Here we go. And you can see what it did. The amp glow is not connected yet. So just the warp sharp. Now if I'll bring this over to here so you can see what's happening. And if I unsee them all here and reselect it, unselect it, reselect it. Okay, and as far as the amp glow, we'll take that off. There's the amp glow. On, off, on, off. Now I'm going to select both. I'm going to select the amp glow. That. Okay. And it looks like it took care of it pretty good. And let's see again. Okay. Take it off. And off. And warp sharp on. Amp glow on. So that gives you a good idea of how it works, and it's just a brief video show that it works really well. So I want to thank you for having a look.